Anyway, here with reaction, the author of the best-selling book, Vengeance, former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. You're laughing. I'm laughing, too. I forgot the good old days. There is some truth in what he's saying in this regard. I think we have a series of scandals, and looking at Devin Nunes today, that the abuse of government surveillance by the FBI is so bad, and all that we're uncovering here is so bad. He's right. The mainstream media, you know, they want to destroy Trump, and they loved him. It's that simple.
Look, you and I know each other a long time, so I'm going to spend some of your money. Why don't you offer $100,000 to create the Barack Obama Fox News Sean Hannity Scholarship, if he will come on the show with you? That is Done. Such a funny, look, that's such a funny Done. Segment. Well, I'm just telling you, I listened to it and I thought to myself, this guy is so whacked. And he doesn't, today, I mean, he still doesn't get it. It's
he
just,
doesn't.
And then I'll never get it. Look, many, many years from now, in a nursing home or a nice retirement community, Barack Obama will be still living in a fantasy life. He'll think that Iran really wanted to have a deal. He'll think that high taxes really work. He'll think that welfare is a good deal. I mean, what you just put together is, as I think, funny a statement of who Barack Obama is as I've ever seen. And it captures this sense of being out of touch with reality.
Let's talk about the media in this sense. They've spent a year, Mr. Speaker. There's no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion. We played the montage of Democrats saying there's no evidence of collusion. And yet we do have evidence of unbelievable instance of abusing the weapons of intelligence and surveilling, unmasking, and leaking raw intelligence. We know that the fix was in with Hillary and Bernie. We know that the fix was in Comey and Strzok. Rigged, they had an exoneration before even an investigation. We know that Hillary paid for a dossier full of Russian propaganda. We know that dossier now was used to get FISA warrants to spy on an opposition candidate and a president-elect and his team. And I'm not even talking about Uranium One or Debbie Wasserman Schultz. There are two realities here. And the media has chosen a reality of partisanship and conspiracy theories. Either that or I'm wrong. But they didn't think Trump could win, and people like you and me were right.
Look, what you have to understand, and I'm actually working on a book called Trump's America, trying to explain this because it is so unbelievably hard to understand if you're a normal person. Over here is a left-wing corrupt establishment which sincerely sees this entire fight as a function of identity politics in which if they lose, they will disappear. Over here are the rest of us who are thinking, you know, a lot of these ideas are really weird. I mean, Obama thought if you gave $100 billion to Iran, they'd be nice people. Obama thought it was terrific that we had more people on food stamps than ever before. You can go down a whole list of these things. And this is really a definition of life and death. And so what you and I are living through is a period where the old order, the establishment that inherited, and then this is important to understand, they inherited Walter Cronkite, they inherited Edward R. Murrow, they inherited the old Harvard, and they inherited all these great centers of authority and responsibility, and they have gradually turned them into left-wing nutcake positions. And so the truth is we're in an identity fight in which if we win, they disappear. If they win, we disappear. That's why what you and I experience, because we're great friends, we're great warriors in the same cause, and we both understand if we lose, we will literally disappear. On the other hand, if we win, America will continue to move forward as the freest country in the world.
Why?
And I think that's why both of us fight.
You're describing it perfectly, to be honest. Or at least nobody, I think, really wants to know what truly motivates us, but that's a separate issue. But as a practical matter, I can shoot off a litany of Obama statistics and what his true record is on the economy. You mentioned Iran. You think he can bribe murdering thug dictators and, not mention radical Islamic terrorism. And then in a year of Trump, you can compare policy, significant changes with tangible results. But the media won't talk about any of it.
Look, you would think if Barack Obama was a sincere person who genuinely cared about African Americans, when you got a report this week that we have the lowest black unemployment in years because the economy is starting to work. Trump's tax cuts, regulatory cuts, pro-business attitude is starting to work. You'd think that having the lowest black employment, lower than any time under Barack Obama, that Obama would say, this is great. He can't afford to believe it.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi can't afford to believe it. Chuck Schumer can't afford to believe it. Because if it was true, they would disappear.
Mr. Speaker, we always appreciate you being with us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.